everyone talks about, there's that saying that like progressives live in the future, conservatives live in the past. I don't think that's true. I think progressives catch on to things quite late, actually. They'll come to terms with like problems that exist and see it around them actually quite late. So she's talking about crime being a problem, you know, in 2024. And most of us were seeing that 2020, 2021, and like losing our minds.
And also, like, it also speaks to the fact that there is a significant section section of the left that doesn't believe in putting people in jail at all.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Sam Cedar crowd was calling her the next Dave Rubin a year ago.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, she was starting around a year ago talking.
Well, but they also called her what, like a womb haver or something.
I think that was the first thing is.
That was the first thing she started talking about, and then the crime was the big one that she was like, wait a second.
And then she was like, wait, I read about Kyle Rittenhouse and y'all were wrong.
Yeah, that happened as well. I mean, look at all these things that she's, you know, as far as we're concerned, these are things that were obvious and we've known and talked about for 5 years or whatever,
It's
right?
a cult.
Yeah, it really is.
So when you're in a cult and you're surrounded by people who are reinforcing the lies, it's hard to break out of it.
The mass media, the NBC, ABC stuff is like reinforcing that cult. It's a big media cult. The CIA was doing it with what was that program they were running in like the 60s and the 50s, just media manipulation program. Really popular, well-known CIA program of like just manipulating
I don't think
media.
it was popular. COINTELPRO or something like that?
Maybe.
COINTELPRO or something like that? I'm not
apparently
sure.
the program's shut down now, but it doesn't mean that they stopped. You know, this is just a big cult. It is a big cultural control mechanism.
What's the over-under on Anna Kasparian announcing in October she's voting for Trump?
I don't think she would ever admit it, but I think that she would do it in the. I think she'd do it in
She
the
get in that booth.
Operation
for sure.
Mockingbird is the name of the CIA program. Operation
That's when they
Mockingbird.
infiltrated media. I'm gonna be honest. I would bet. Yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm not gonna vote for Trump. She's gonna walk in the booth and hit Trump.
Yeah, and it goes to show, just like any cult, like you said, things just have to get so extreme for a few stragglers to start to be like, wait, you know, you hear about people who leave actual cults, and it gets to the point where things are just so extreme. So, you know, people not going to jail for having corpses in their house, and it's so crazy because for me,
That was
it's
the breaking point for
yeah,
Anna.
it's like there was a lot leading up to that, sis, but whatever.
I think in the age that we're in now, if you leave a cult and you have a microphone and you tell the world about the cult and expose it, you can completely dissolve the cult. One person, like we're not really in the age of this controlling mechanism crap that we used to be, and God willing, we'll never enter into again if we can maintain freedom. So it's easy kind of, once you're out of it, to kind of speak the truth, especially if you're the righteous one. I think then the cult will fall away. If it's the righteous cult, then you probably aren't going to be able to stop it.
I wonder how much she makes, the Young Turks. Because I don't. She's been there for
$700,000 a year.
She probably makes something like that.
$500,000 more, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, she's been there for a long time. I know Jank is probably making millions.
Do they co-own the company? She has stock in the
I don't
company?
think so. But I was told by one of the guys at the Young Turks their subscriber numbers, but this was like 8 years ago, so it could certainly be higher or lower. I don't know. High, but not super high. But I know that they make millions of dollars. They probably make a lot more than that, and they have investment. But I wonder how much she makes. And
got enough
like,
to
and
be
is
able
it
to
worth
say
it?
this now.
well, so the issue is like, I have to imagine that Anna, after all this time of being on the Young Turks, has a pretty happy nest egg and is not concerned at all about the negative repercussions of calling out the BS.
Because she could easily go independent, you know, if she left or was fired for straying, she could go independent for sure.